work, is it? Putting that right out the pod. We're never getting any money off of YouTube. Giving away where I live. So. That's because I muted myself. Now then, and welcome to a very special episode of JD's Matchday Mashup, our first Champions League edition. The champions. I'll get off my back, all right? We ain't got copyright. Fucking hell. I just want to start this pod by apologising for the last one and the technical difficulties that we had. Fuck me, I'm making more apologies than Harvey Weinstein. And just like Harvey Weinstein's genital warts, we're back and better than ever. So welcome to JD's Matchday Mashup, the show that keeps you up to date with all the latest footy results, whilst giving you a little tickle at the same time, just like Harvey Weinstein backstage. As always, I'm joined by the man who makes all this possible. He's made more sound than a dad's sneeze. He's watched more football than Ben Foster's GoPro. He's the Andy Cole to my Dwight York, except the fact that he doesn't neglect his kid. That's, of course, our super producer, Harry. How are you doing, Harry?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you getting on?
Yeah, good, mate. Good, mate. All the better for seeing you. Now, you have had a busy midweek affair because you were actually at the game doing research in person. You know, that's the lengths we go to for this pod.
Yeah, not in Madrid, but yeah. Last night, yeah, was it?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I was at the game last night. It was very convincing win.
First up, we've got the blockbuster fixture between Man City and Bayern Munich, or as I like to call it, the Pep Guardiola derby. You know what I noticed about Man City and Bayern Munich as well, by the way? The players have chopped and changed between each club, haven't they? It's incestuous. Jan Sommer looked as if he was playing in Jan Winter as he was stiff as a board when Rodri hit a rocket straight into the top bracket. Ironically, Rodri was stiff as a board too, but that was for different reasons. Silva's header was gold as he makes it 2-0. The smallest man on the pitch scored with his head, just like the smallest man on this podcast is trying to do the same later on tonight. Talking about Bernardo Silva's nickname is Bubblegum because the ball sticks to his feet. I actually thought it was because if you suck him long enough, you lose all taste. Haaland scores a tapping easier than your mum after a bottle of wine. City win 3-0, meaning Yaya Touré's got his handful if he wants to keep up the Champions League curse. How was your match day experience? Talk us through your match day experience.
Okay, right. So I had to bike there. So I was working in town and then I went on my bike to the stadium. It was a bit mad weather in Manchester. It was like 45 miles an hour winds.
45 miles an hour wind.
On a bit rainy. Yeah. So that wasn't very glamorous. And then I had to walk around the stadium quite far because they moved the office where I pick up my ticket. Anyway, that's by the by.
Which office is that? The SDM? Is it? Golazo, Opta.
Well, I'll move on.
I'm gonna by the end of this pod, I'll tell you where he fucking lives. I'll give you his address. 123 Fake Street.
Then it's quite funny. Like during maybe a bit during the first half, and then massively at half time, there's loads of people like crowding around these two fellas in front of me because we were sat towards the back of the lower tier, and I couldn't see who they were, and like people like desperate to get photos of them and stuff. You know, I walked down for half time to go for a refreshment, and it turned out to be Mario Gomez and Yap Stam sat next to each other in front of me.
What a weird combo.
I think they were with a TV channel, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it was a bit mad.
Yep, fair play. Did you get a picture? Get an autograph?
Nah, they were getting absolutely hounded.
It's too cool. Yeah, didn't want it. Move on.
No, we actually got a warning in my job that we shouldn't approach anyone.
Yeah.
Because I think people were doing that before.
Probably a good rule for life as well. Don't approach anyone, you know, because you never know. Not in this day and age, anyway. As Weinstein would attest to right now. We're never going to get this channel monetized, are we? Thinking about it, because we are talking some nonsense.
I'm going to get labelled a Weinstein sympathizer if you're not careful.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Was that too much? Was that too strong? Does that make me look like a Weinstein sympathizer? Because I certainly am not.
And then, yeah, it's funny during the game, like there's these Spanish commentators behind me and it was like mad weather. And obviously like they're just going for it in Spanish, but at one point they said cats and dogs. They just threw cats and dogs in there to the Spanish commentary, which I found quite funny.
Really like cats and dogs. It reminds me of like, you know, when Moyes, didn't he go and try and speak Spanish when he was at, where was he at?
Sociedad?
Yeah, Moyes was at Sociedad and he tried to speak Spanish and he was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Here's I've seen him training Uno dos times.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. I've seen him training Uno times. What's okay? That's a little question we can go. What's the best one where a manager's gone abroad or a player and started speaking that? Because there's a few examples.
Got to be McLaren on it.
McLaren is up there where he's the one in A.
Yeah.
How you say underdogs? No, how we say underdogs. It's how we say underdogs.
Joey Barton did it a bit, didn't he, as well?
He did in France when he was at Marseille. Oh, I liked Joe Barton. Like, loved him as a player. You know, stuff. Is that off the field antics? Do not agree with. You know, let's get that straight for one. But I liked him as a player, so I bought a Joe Barton shirt, Marseille shirt, right?
Really?
I got it offline, and it was like player issue.
Offline?
On the line. But I bought it on the line to come offline, and it was player issue, right? But I didn't realize it was skin tight, proper. I've got a banging shirt, right? I've got a Leeds United yellow one home. I think it's 2003, maybe off the top of my head. Strongbow, right? Ian Hart on the back, absolute belting kit. But my titties look huge in them, so I can't wear that on the pod.
Yeah.
Gonna have to stop saying titties, aren't I?
Yeah, I got rid of a lot of my shirts during lockdown or COVID because the price of them went up, didn't it?
Oh yeah, he
So
capitalized.
I cashed in a bit.
Yeah.
I had like a decent Gerrard one.
Oh.
2005 era.
You know,
But yeah.
he saw a crisis and he acted. Fair play to him.
Yeah, I cashed in a little bit. But the annoying thing is I had some Pokemon. I thought I had I was convinced my mum had my 10 best Pokemon cards.
10 best.
I do mean, like, did you used to collect them?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
So I had my 10 best in those, like, that plastic sheet thing.
A wallet.
A wallet, yeah. I did mean like a wallet. And I was like, fuck me, that'd be worth a bit now. Yeah, can't find him. So that goal, that one of the best I've seen live, probably. That Rodri goal.
Oh my word. Yeah.
That was right in front of us, basically. So that was pretty outstanding. And then yeah, they're just very up for it, aren't they? And like they seem like, I think all the experience of past failures recently is they've really he's really honed them, hasn't he, Pep? And I think it's their time to shine at the minute.
It's under quarters. I don't usually fuck it up to the semis. Yaya Torre's still on his madness with his cases and whatnot. So we'll see. I mean, they get through that side of the draw, they should go on and win it because the other side of the draw is fucking dross, to be honest.
Well, yeah, it's going to feel like, I mean, let's face it, they're going to be playing Real Madrid next. And it's going to feel like a final, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You win that, you've won Champions League. Because to be honest, I'd rather just stack it off after that. I don't want to watch Man City fucking counting fingers on the other side of the draw. Napoli. So that screams group stage for me.
You never know, they could slip up in the final, but I really
don't like City. I really don't like City.
So you want to see him fall flat on the first?
Absolutely. There's nothing funnier. There's nothing, especially if they were going, because that would be the last game of the season as well. So say they are on for a treble. They've won the first two. They've won the Prem. They've won the FA Cup. And it comes to the Champions League and they just fuck it up. They just fall short. I fucking love that. Okay. Entrevue.
Yeah, did you expect more from Bayern Munich last night? Or how do you assess their performance?
I don't know, really. I don't think they're a weird side, aren't they? Because they just sacked the gaffer and brought Tuchel in. I don't think there's, when you lose somebody like Lewandowski, it's hard to replace. I think, that goal scoring threat. Because otherwise, they look a bit like a team full of wingers plus Choupo-Moting. Can we talk about how that's happened, by the way? Choupo-Moting. How has that happened?
Wow, where was he before?
Stoke.
Blimey. Yeah, that's mental.
How has that happened? I don't understand. There's hope out there. Honestly, if you're at a shite club, just fucking get a good agent. If you're at a shite club, get a good agent and some PR. Yeah. Join social media. Let me manage your social media for a bit. Let's see how far we can fucking go, boy.
Yeah. Go on Soccer AM. Put yourself out there.
Yeah. Email some image, email a video of you doing some skills to Soccer AM and just see what fucking happens. Didn't work for me, but it might work for you.
One player that did stand out was a Kanji. Like seeing him live, he looks like, what's the term people use? A Rolls Royce.
A Rolls Royce.
Player. Yeah, I was impressed with him.
Very smooth. Yeah, he's good. I mean, they've got some fucking good players. let's have it right. They've got some fucking good players. John Stones is very underrated as well.
He had a great game.
I think we need to talk about the bust up after the game.
Yeah, I saw this. Is it Sané, man?
So Mane punched Sané. maybe he's just got pissed off because the name sounds similar. I'm not sure.
Right.
But yeah, weird. Yeah, the story broke that Mane punched Sané. I don't know any more information. So if you do, let us know because we've not done our research. But yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I'd won Guinness at the pub. I can't talk.
Oh, he's gone out. He's been to the pub. Sound's going to be all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it seems a thing that like it wasn't a bad thing to have a bit of a bust up, bit of an air clearer, but I don't know if that's the case these days.
No, you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing nowadays. You know, for good or bad. No, we don't know. We're speculating here, but Sané might have been giving it large. And Mane, from all accounts, Mane is the nicest guy in the world. That must have took something big for him to react. So God knows, but sometimes you need someone to call you out on your bullshit.
Is there anyone you'd like a straightener with from your past days?
Yeah, definitely. I've got a few. How long have you got? I'll tell you what I'll start with and fucking finish with. The Source. The Source who gets in touch every fucking week to give an embarrassing story about me. Okay. Yeah, I punched him before. Magaluf.
I've not heard this. That's mental. No wonder he's keen to stitch you up on here then.
By the way, Harry's not told me who the source is. I've just worked it out, basically. Yeah. No, he's been a prick. He was been an absolute prick. Said some inappropriate stuff about some family members. So I bopped him. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had my face full of KFC. He comes in, makes an inappropriate comment. I just go, fuck off.
Can I throw a random one in there? Dele Alli.
Oh, yeah. What about Dele Alli?
I feel like he fell out of love with football at some point.
I think that's what it is. I think he fell out of love with football. And we've seen it in the past with players like Ravel Morrison. You know, all the ability in the world. But if you fall out of love with the game, what can you do? It's like being in a relationship. You can try and try and try, but if it's a two-way street, it takes two to tango. Football might have loved him, but he's fallen out of love with football. So, divorce.
He started getting headlines in tabloids about being with certain women of the night. I think I remember.
Yeah.
That's when like it seemed to go on the turn. Like he thought, "Oh, fuck this."
Yeah. A sex tape got leaked about him as well.
That's the one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he looked like he had a fairly big old Johnson on him as well. So I think, you know, has he leaked that himself? That's what I'd be asking. Where's the leak come from? Oh, God, should we cancel it? No, keep it out there. Keep it out. It's out there now, isn't it? What can we do? Everyone's already seen it. If I was him, but I won't be doing that because I got a small coffee.
But you've seen him in Manchester doing those balloon things, wasn't he? Bit weird.
Yeah. I know. It looked a bit like a crack then. Where was that? Didn't it? It didn't look. It wasn't the Hilton. It was
some mad flat.
It looked like an Airbnb that I'd stay at. To be honest.
Apparently, the people are saying, "Can Dyche get hold of him at Everton?" Which is quite a funny combo, isn't it?
Dyche should be out with him. Dyche should be out with him doing balloons. Trust me on that. I listen to High Performance podcast with Dyche. He fucking loves the booze.
Loves his music, doesn't he?
Which actually might help Dele Alli, to be fair. So yeah, go for it. Get him back.
So a real funny press conference with Dyche where they're asking him about music. I think he'd been to a music festival, and he's like, but he was analysing it like it was football. He was like, "Oh, Kasabian, different class for me, different class."
Solid at the back, but top at the front. Yeah, creative up top, aren't they?
He was a gig of 2 halves for me. Yeah.
A gig of 2 halves. Very good. Very
Cheers.
good. So we have Benfica against Inter, and to be honest, nobody's asked about this game. We didn't watch it. We didn't do the research, but I've seen the highlights, and I'll go through it for you. If that's what you really want, I'll fucking do that for you. The Benfica boys needed an umbrella as Barella scored a header and it started raining goals. VAR gave a handball as João Mario appeared to handle it in the box. Apparently the gaffer's reaction was, wow, Mario, don't do that. Lukaku put the penalty away just like he's still putting away them Chelsea wages. The game finished 2-0 and that is all I've got to say on the matter. Next up we had the huge game, Real Madrid versus Chelsea. Like an unpopular kid at his first party, Lampard was just happy to be there. Frank's smile was soon wiped off his face as Benzema was all over Chelsea, just like eczema's all over my body, riddled. Vinny Jr. made Thiago Silva look like Thiago Sr. as he was nowhere to be seen for Benzema to just tap one into the net. Chilwell was sent off for pulling Rodrigo down, which is ironic because Rodrigo was pulling Chilwell's pants down all night. Kepa puts the ass in Asensio as he concedes a glorified pass back. The game finished 2-0 and Frank's got it all to do. However, the bookie's been beating me up left, right and centre recently. I'm like Rocky before the montage starts, but that all changed tonight, didn't it? And you know what? This pissed me off because I was setting up the pod for you, so I missed the last 15 minutes. I hold my hands up, yeah? I missed it, all right? Shoot me, sue me, but I was doing it for your guys' entertainment, so this looks good. Whether it does or not, I don't know, I'm not qualified. If someone wants to come and help me out, they can. But so I missed all the action, none of the goals, but the action within my bet. You guys cost me some joy there, some ecstasy. But I'll let you off as long as you carry on watching so we can start fucking earning. But yeah, the bookie was well and truly fleeced today because I had a bet on. I had 2 bets. The first one was a £4 stake. Karim Benzema to score anytime. Absolute share given. Standard. Danny Carvajal, Mateo Kovacic, Eder Militao to get carded. £4 on, £323 returns. You having that, Harry? What do you think to that one?
Yeah, very well played, mate.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's quite an open game, wasn't it? I remember thinking I should have probably put a bet on because it ended up being about 13 shots on target, I think. So
Benzema was on the madness. He turned up. Benzema turned up big time. He's the boy for the big occasions, isn't he?
Yeah, I was watching like Modric and stuff. I was thinking, they're still clearly a guy game for more Champions Leagues.
Yeah, fucking hell. They are aging like a fine wine, aren't they? Unbelievable. The second bet I won was the exact same bet, just without Benzema scoring in time, because even though I just picked him up then, I actually did doubt he was going to score, to be honest, and I never should have done. But £5 on, £165 back. In the account, we've got 488 quid off 10 squiddles. The bookie's been fleeced until next week, and I lose it all, but that's by the by. Next up, we had the all-Italian fairs. AC Milan took on Napoli. AC Milan won 1-0. That's it.
Could talk about a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I didn't watch it, so I'm gonna have to be led by you here, Harry. Who was at the pub though? That's where you were.
But yeah, I was watching the Chelsea game in the pub, but yeah, like we mentioned, a lot of people were bigging up Napoli, and I've just looked at the Serie A table, and they're like 16 points clear.
Fucking hell. Yeah, that's reminded me actually, because pundits were saying they're the best team in Europe right now. I can't remember which pundit, so don't quote me on it. Might have dreamt it, but that's ridiculous. Best team in Europe, the whole continent. Have a day off.
A big result for Milan. They're in 4th in Serie A, like 22 points behind Napoli in the league. So that'd be obviously it's a long way to go yet for Man City and even more so Chelsea. But like you said earlier, you'd fancy them if they got to the final.
Yeah, I mean, that side, the side of draw of AC Milan is dog shit. It is. Whoever wins that, you've got there through luck. That's a bit harsh, I guess. You can only play what's in front of you, but you've had an easy run in, haven't you? It'll be Madrid, Man City in it next round.
Yeah, it looks looking that way for sure, yeah.
Madrid, Man City next round, and that's the final. I think every football fan across the globe would like that to be the final. Man City, Real Madrid final. Not Man City, Napoli. Or fucking Real Madrid, AC Milan. No one's asked.
Do you want to guess the odds on a Man City treble as of this afternoon?
6-1.
4-1 with Sky Bets.
4-1. Cheeky bastards. Do you know how hard the treble is? It's a lot harder to do than 4-1. I was actually being kind. I thought I was trying to undercut the market there, saying 6-1. Cheeky. That's what I hate about betting companies. You can't ever win. Except tonight, where I did.
Yeah, it was 8-1 before the result yesterday, but they cut it in half now. And what did like on TalkSport they were going wild about? Well, Jamie O'Hara was going wild about.
What was he
Burley.
saying?
Have you seen the chairman Burley, Chelsea chairman?
Right.
Before the game, he got
Go on.
asked. He's like, "What score? Do you think it'd be?" And he said, like, 3-0. 3-0 Chelsea tonight.
3-0. Clueless.
It's only 2 games in it for Lampard, but
Yeah,
it's
it's not.
becoming a bit of a jerk already.
Yeah, come on, Frank. Get yourself home. Just enjoy the time with your kids and your wife. Yeah, they're probably thinking, Frank, why are you going to Madrid on a fucking Wednesday night getting battered? The fans are calling for your head already. Just fucking come home. As always, we can't thank you enough for your support. We will keep the episodes rolling. Coming next week, we've got the standard Premier League fixtures. And have a look at them, to be honest. If you want guests, I don't do a lot of research for this pod. So yeah, just turn up and see what happens. That's what I do. Good night. God bless.